Quiet, my loves, quiet. Calm yourselves now. It was just the door. Be careful, dear, when you enter. You almost scared my precious little familiars. Aren't they so cute? Oh, I love them so much. I wouldn't imagine what would happen if I scared my little darling poopsies. What brings you here, anywho? Have you finished your tasks for the day? Marvelous, very good. Though, you've avoided my question. Why are you here? I did not summon you. Oh, no. It's not that I don't want you here. It's just that normally I call you when I want you here. But the fact that you sought me out means you need something. Oh, no. Don't give me that face. I know you want something. I can see it all over you. Oh yes, in your posture and demeanor and everything, and your little tones. Besides, I own your soul now. I can feel and sense everything in you now, and I sense you have burning questions. I might already know them, but I'd rather hear them from your very lips. Come here, sit next to me. Don't worry, my little lovelies won't hurt you. You are part of me now. They will recognize you as one of their own. Now, come on, come here and sit next to me. There you go. Here, would you like to hold one of them? They seem akin to you. There, pet them nice and gently. There, you are quite a natural at this. Oh, look at them trying to nibble at your little fingers. I should probably feed them at some point. But yes, tell me, what thoughts boggle in your little mind? Yes, this question. Why are we even here? Is life naught but just suffering for all time? We suffered on Earth, and now we suffer down here. One might as well unravel the mysteries of the entire universe while we're at it. Oh? Why didn't you go to heaven? Oh, now, that is a whole nother subject, which many people will have questions and answers for, but no one person can be correct. But first, let's take one thing at a time. Breathe, relax. No, come on. Inhale. Good. Now exhale. There you go. Relax. One thing at a time. If you try to answer every question that boggles in your little mind, you'll go mad quick. Oh, so ironic coming from me. I mean, you're talking to somebody who's gone mad long ago. But that's besides the point. Where was I? Well, in order to answer these questions, I will answer your question with another question. This may seem a little off-topic, but bear with me, there is a point to this. Let me ask you this. What is the meaning of suffering? Why does it exist in the first place? If God wanted to create this perfect realm with nothing wrong in it, Why do they even add suffering? Why even add things like pain and strife? What is the meaning of it? Why even have a heaven, a hell, and earth? By all rights, regardless what Lucifer did, this supposed god could have just wiped it all away and make everything all perfect again. I guarantee you even heaven had its flaws too. So why is it that everything is as it is now? I will tell you why. It is because suffering, strife, anguish, pain, sadness, all of these things, so dreadful and horrid, give us meaning in life. Yes, that's right, meaning. This little tidbit of information is far more important to our everyday lives than you would think. Allow me to elaborate. Let us just imagine for a moment that this perfect little world did exist. All your wet little dreams come true. No more need for work. You never feel pain anymore. No more need to strife. You can just laze about and do nothing, and everything is handed to you. And of course, this does sound very nice and pleasurable. You'll probably even shout, "Sign me up, fam." But no, I tell you now, that a world like this, something like this, should never come to pass. And let me tell you why. It is pain, woe, and sadness that give us meaning in life. Oh yes, it gives us meaning. Without the negative opposites, we cannot feel the positives, or at least they wouldn't have any real meaning to them. For example, let's say there was no more reason to be sad anymore. Everything is always happy, joy, joy forever. But then, what is happiness anymore? If you cannot feel the sadness and woe of the opposite side, then what's the meaning of happiness? More than half of the time when someone's happy, it's usually because the bad side of it is not happening. Say, for example, mention any time that you've ever been happy in your life and explain why you're happy. I guarantee you will probably say at least once, "Oh, I'm happy because blank is not happening," and usually that blank is some kind of horrid thing that would be happening to you, but is not happening to you. Therefore, you are happy. It is the pain and woe and the suffering of life that gives all the positives in our world meaning. And there is another reason why this is so important as well. Let's say that we're living in this life where we no longer need to work. No one ever needs to strive their ambitions or push forward to their dreams or struggle or work hard to obtain what they want. And all we have to do is basically just lie around and do whatever we felt like to sustain our own pleasures, which are quite fleeting if all we did was just that and nothing more. And trust me, you would find life very boring, very quick if this was so. You may not believe me, you may retort, but it is true. Without some kind of great obstacle to overcome, there's no real meaning in our life. All we would do is lie around and just do whatever we want, never become anything better, never strive to be better. And it is the suffering and the woe of life that gives us the motivation to become better. It is the challenges that life gives us that gives us purpose, gives us meaning. And it is for this reason that Lucifer did what they did. Even though the end result was not exactly what he was intending, this was still better than what we had before. If heaven got their way, All we would be is just a bunch of complacent little lab rats lying around in their so-called perfect Garden of Eden and making leafy canopies in sun-dazzled pools. Oh, gross. Oh, don't even get me started on that place. Oh yes, I know. It is quite hypocritical for me to be saying this, especially when I provide such a world to my victims. Well, if I'm being honest, it's because such an offer does sound quite tantalizing, doesn't it? You do have to put a nice big juicy carrot on the end of the stick if someone's going to take a bite. It worked on you now, didn't it? That, at least for the most part, sums up the reason why we suffer. I don't claim to know all the answers of life, but I can take a pretty good educated guess, especially given how many years I've been alive. Now, where were we? I guess now we would be talking about why are we even here? Why do we even exist? Why do archangels exist? Why do demons exist? And, to be honest with you, no matter how many years I've lived, no one truly has the answer to that one. That truly is the ultimate question. But I would instead tell you, not really an answer, but I would tell you a little comforting bit about it. Oh, so simple and plain. And what I would say to you is, why does it matter? Yes, that's right. Why does it matter? Why does it matter what our purpose is here? Dare I ask? No, really, I'm serious. Ask yourself, let's say hypothetically you did know what your purpose is. And let's say it's some, I don't know, crazy divine destiny or something. What would change in your life? Ask yourself honestly, what would you be doing? I mean, perhaps your faith in your religion might change a little bit. Maybe your perspective on life might change a little bit. But for the most part, you'd be pretty much doing the same thing, just with a new objective in mind. The point remains is, you are alive, you are here, you are suffering, and you are striving to become something greater, to work towards something better. And perhaps, sure, you could argue that maybe knowing this you'd be working towards some oh-so-divine destiny or some kind of greater purpose in life. The point is that you are still striving towards a grand objective. You are still on the treadmill with that same carrot dangling in front of your face, even if it is for a more spiritual reason or a more grander, higher purpose. It still is a purpose nonetheless. Regardless if our strives and struggles lead us towards a divine destiny, our own greed, our own avarice, our own ambitions, it doesn't matter. The point is, we exist and we strive towards something better, be it for ourselves or others. Oh, yes, I know. This sounds very overwhelmingly wholesome and motivational coming from me of all people. By all rights, I shouldn't even be saying or humoring such things. What's that? What is my purpose in life? Oh, mine is, I will admit, quite selfish. I want to taste every last thing this universe can offer me. All of its pain, all of its glory, all of its suffering, all of its joys, everything. I want to experience and taste and know it all. I want to know every last thing that this universe can offer. Explore every single nook and cranny that it has to give. And at last, when the time comes, in 1,000,000 years, in 1,000,000,000 years, in 1,000,000,000,000 years, when the universe has nothing left for me, I will, at last, consume it all. Oh yes, that's right. It is my dark destiny that inevitably heaven, hell, and even the earth and all the cosmos, I must consume it all. Not because I'm some kind of mustache-twisting villain who feels like he has to destroy the universe for some dumb purpose. Oh no. It is actually because it is what I was made for. I am a living, walking black hole in the fabric of life. I can try to hold it back as long as I want to, but inevitably, this will come to pass. All things come to an end at some point. And when this happens, when I have consumed every last thing the universe has to offer, I will become the egg and incubator for the new world. Not in my image. Oh, no, no, no. When this happens, I will be long dead. There will be no more Salexi for the universe. The universe would be missing out, wouldn't it? But when this happens, and I die at last, the universe will be reset to 0, and we start the song and dance all over again. Oh, but listen to me going on about this grim end of the universe. To give you a little bit more of a lighter note, I actually don't want this to happen. I actually would love to see this universe go on forever and hold back this end as long as I can. Not because I'm some benevolent hero holding the apocalypse back or something like that. Oh no, it is quite selfish indeed. I find this universe and this world far too much fun, far too entertaining to just let it go. I will be so sad when the end eventually comes. You may not be alive to see it, but I most certainly will. Oh, I will. Oh, my little poopsies are getting a little restless. Will you ever be free? Oh, look at you, little ambitious one. No, I won't be letting you go so easily. I rather like having you here with the rest of my little butlers. But, you know, you asking this question does pique my curiosity. Normally, when I consume a soul and their consciousness and mind fades into my flesh, as their body becomes a hollowed husk, they usually have no personality about them. They just salute and say, "Yes, Master Salexi, of course, Master Salexi." They don't really say or do much else. You, on the other hand, you came here to seek me out, ask me all these questions, and then you even asked about your own freedom, which means that your willpower must be something oh so palpable. By all rights, your true mind, your true personality is deep inside of me, living its wet little dreams for all time in the false reality I create for them within my flesh. But you, this form here, your body, is still standing before me, speaking as if your soul is still there, as if your mind has never left. This can only mean that you have a soul that is far more spicy than I thought. I'm going to tell you something a little bit, hopeful little optimism to put before you, the little carrot dangling in front of your face, as I was speaking before about the meaning of purpose. I actually like it when my food fights me. Oh yes. I want you to claw and strive and struggle to pull your soul out from me, as I used it as food to fill the entropy within me, and claim it back to yourself, what is rightfully owned to you, what I have taken from you. Oh yes, I want to see you fight me. But here's the thing, you are mine, you are my thrall. I can do with your flesh as I please. You are mine, my toy. But I like stories with a happy end, and I'm happy to be your most handsome antagonist. And now, with that little nugget of knowledge in your head, go take a rest. You've finished your tasks for the day. Oh, and sweetie, don't forget to fulfill your tasks tomorrow. Resist me even with this little nugget of knowledge, and my wrath shall be untethered. But I do very much encourage you to try. Go now. Oh, I cannot wait to see how he tries to get out of this. I would love to see how his story ends.